Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. We want to ask the panel, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show, but you didn't get a chance to? John Hood, I'll start with you.
Tom, we were talking about the House budget for most of the show. We didn't talk much about where the spending increases went. And it's important to think about it in conceptual terms. Something like about a third of it went for state employee pay raises and compensation pay raises, health plan, pension contributions. That's the new spending I'm talking about. Another third went for enrollment growth for K-12, University of North Carolina system, and Medicaid. Actually, the community colleges didn't get additional money for enrollment growth because their enrollment is going down rather than up. It's kind of surprising to some. Another 15–20% of it is for capital needs, construction, repair, and renovation, and 11% is for new spending on economic development. That's pretty much the entire spending increase. Now, I think it's too large by a lot.
You said so in a column.
But it's important to understand where it's not just all in one place. It is primarily about pay raises, compensation in general, and then enrollment. That's I don't know, 80–90% of the number.
All right. Brad, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Well, we were talking about the House budget, and you said they were going to have a recess in July, and we debated whether or not that was a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a indicator that the leadership on the House side in particular believes they're going to be in Raleigh for a long, hot summer, probably a long, hot fall, possibly a late fall, maybe even Halloween.
Have we had Halloween at the legislature before?
And,
yes, we have, in the 1990s.
So, I mean, that's just where we're at, and I think everybody's battening down the hatches. A whole lot of testosterone between the leadership on the Senate side and on the House side, and it's just a huge spectacle. And I think the Republicans are really going to show their colors and give an opportunity for North Carolina to see how they govern.
All right, Connie, what do you wish you'd have said on last week's show?
Back about the diesel tax not going down, and also about the DMV fees. I know Representative John Torbett has worked very hard on trying to figure out other revenue sources, because no matter what, fuel efficiency is getting better on cars. We have many more people coming to the state, and everybody agrees there's a problem, and we need to have some sort of funding.
Got to figure out how to pay for it.
I feel, there's not having the money leave the Highway Trust Fund is one way. Another way is saying, hey, we are going to have to generate some more money. So he dramatically scaled down a bill that he had and put a more scaled down version in the House budget. I think I laud him for his courage to keep pushing that, and actually it has ended up not being one of the more controversial sections of the bill because he's worked it so hard. Now, I don't know where the Senate's going to be on it, but that's important. And then one more thing. I was out for a walk in my neighborhood and saw a TV trailer out there where they were filming, and it was a show, Love It or List It, from Canada. And I read in the newspaper where they had not gotten any of the film tax incentive grant, but they still did come to Raleigh-Durham area.
Oh, listen, that's a big show with people.
I'll tell you, I love that show.
Chris, tell us something you wish you'd have said on. Let's get off the Canada TV.
Well, two quick things. One, I referenced a little bit, but we are going so far down the road of putting substantive policy decisions in the budget. This was a practice that happened 30 years ago. The legislative leadership realized from pressure from a lot of good government reform groups, it's not a good idea. We need to have full debates in committees, have the chamber vote, have amendments, allow people to vote individually on controversial pieces of legislation. Both the House budget is chock full of policy decisions. It sounds like the Senate's going to be chock full, and it's really gotten to be a bad thing. One quick other thing. It's fascinating this year. One of the big battles, even when the House budget is passed and the Senate takes it up, is inside the House. And Brad referred to the testosterone. There's a major battle brewing between House Speaker Tim Moore and his own majority leader, Mike Hager. It's being fought out over renewable energy, but it's surfacing in a lot of other places. I've never seen a sort of two House leaders that divided going at each other behind the scenes as heatedly as that's happening this session. It's fascinating.
It is interesting, and it's worth the price of admission to go see. Well, thanks for watching the After Spin. More video all during the week on ncspin.com.